Alrighty. What's going on, everyone? Welcome. Thank you for joining and tuning in. This has been episode 176 of the Self for Gamers podcast. Good evening. What's going on, everyone? Welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for waiting. For those in the chat, we are here. We're live. And of course, you already know the trio is here across the table from me, Waluigi.
Back again. Miss you guys on Sunday, but here tonight.
Absolutely. And to his left, Butter Punch.
What's up, guys? How's everybody doing?
It's good to hear. Good to hear. Alrighty. So, as you already know, tonight it's going to be a very short episode. I mean, it's been a very, very slow game news week. Nothing too crazy unless you play games like Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 8. I mean, there's some balance patches that came out, and, you know, it sends the conversation into a shitstorm. Some people are doom posting. I mean, I've been seeing it all on my timeline. It's quite entertaining, but
It 100% is. Like, there's a lot of misery. There's a lot of unique combo situations now. And we just got Alex from Street Fighter.
yeah. So Alex is okay.
I mean,
That's all I can say. It's just like he's okay.
I mean, there's a lot of layers behind that one, but 100%, yeah, he looks pretty good, like with his damage and stuff. Then the whole incest situation, but that's a whole different rigmarole.
Whole other can of worms.
Just look it up online. There's a lot of layers behind that, and that's up to you. It's on you if you read it.
Right, yeah. These patches look kind of crazy.
They nerfed my boy Ryu.
They nerfed Ryu. Put a slap on the wrist on Ed. Slap on the wrist on Mai. They left Terry alone. I was happy about that.
I wasn't.
Maybe with like a slap on the wrist on the crouch medium punch. But no, yeah, I think it's underwhelming overall for a lot of people. But if you had already liked the game, then I don't think that's too big of an issue. And then I kind of sit on the same ballpark of Tekken 8, where it kind of feels just a tad bit better, tad bit worse than what Season 2 at the end of Season 2 was already for me. So it doesn't really change the fact that I'll still play the game. Shit sucks though.
Yeah.
Overall, but I still like my characters.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, it's been quite entertaining for a lot of people. Just you know, seeing the back and forth when it comes to the patch notes, when it comes to both Tekken 8 and Street Fighter 6. I mean, I didn't see. I did see a good chunk from Street Fighter 6, but I think a lot of the doom posting I've been seeing online was mostly from the Tekken peeps, and you know, a lot of people on the Tekken side, they were very hopeful for Season 3 because of the back to basics phrase that the developers put out. And
Yep.
yeah, I think everyone just got bait and switched. I think a lot of people felt like they got catfished with that back to basics phrase because they were hoping that Season 3 would definitely change a lot of things around when it comes to Tekken, balancing the game, and just nerfing some characters, buffing some characters to where it's like it's an even playing ground. But with fighting games, it's a very tough with fighting games. It's a very tough genre to balance characters out because some characters are going to do a little bit better than other characters. So it's just like, how much more do you want me to nerf this character? Like, do you want me to nerf this character to the ground to the point where it's just like every move that they do on block is completely negative?
Yes.
Most people would say yes. Like,
Yep.
We just did the majority for most of the viewers, and some people who will say no, but they really mean yes.
I don't care as long as it's not my character. I'm straight chilling, bro.
The trick is you just don't have to play the game.
Just be smart. Pick the mid tier.
When they say back to the basics, I mean, I feel like they went to the beginning of Season 2 in a nutshell.
Oh my god, that's definitely how a lot of people have felt about it.
Am I wrong for saying that?
I don't think so. I see a lot of players already deciding that they want to quit competitively on Tekken.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I see a lot of players doing that. Joke specifically is the one that comes to mind. He made a video about that personally. Unfortunate that the game isn't in the directions that everybody had hoped for.
I mean, Harada left, so I think that's the biggest situation.
yeah, Harada just got out in the nick of time. Like, Oh, season 3 is gonna be shit. So let me go ahead and just
Not
get
have it-
out and just be like, yo, I had nothing to do with this.
And you can't
Like,
ask me for anything again.
exactly. And it's
Don't
just
ask me for shit, as he would say.
Yeah, like
100%.
he saw the writing on the wall, just like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get on up out of here. I'm gonna retire.
I'm gonna pretend I play another game.
Yeah,
Here's my DJ mix.
Nah, for real.
We got Pico in the chat saying Tekken is still not in the best state, but there's still some things to enjoy in my opinion. He also says, for the Alex controversy, just watch Maximilian, Super Castle Friends, and Matt McMuscles.
Noted.
I agree.
And ending off with, my character got slightly buffed, but didn't really see major changes. On the bright side, Shaheen can wave dash now.
Oh yeah, they added a new mechanic. Basically, it used to be you had to do like a quarter circle motion to like kind of get that little like wave move, but they kind of removed the. That was the thing that everybody complained about. They removed a lot of the execution for the nuances of characters.
Oh.
So essentially, what used to be like a motion input for doing his wave dash, it's now associated to a button, and then since you can hit the button and cancel it really quick, he has like a wave dash where he cancels into the dash again and again and again and again, kind of like a Mishima. So that's just like one example of one character, but there's a lot of like removal of execution within a bunch of other characters.
Did it make it much easier or harder is the real question.
Made them easier for sure.
Oh.
It doesn't make it as exciting for a lot of, I guess, viewers, who are more into it to know that that didn't take a lot of skill to execute.
Or it doesn't feel as rewarding as most people would think about.
Yeah, it's not as rewarding. I think there's a lot of players who are deeper into the fighting game for Tekken that really value that execution barrier. It's like a reward, you know? Like you get the
talked
easy
about this last
combos in, and then you get the harder ones when you get better at it.
We were literally talking about this similar last week about how like for newcomers in fighting games. So this might either be like a detrimental moment for newcomers to join Tekken, or it might be the best time to join Tekken.
Yeah, it really kind of depends.
It's a
on
little
where
bit on how
sit
you
at.
see it.
Yeah, I agree. It depends on where you sit at. Yeah, that's just really how it is.
So it sounds like they're cooked in a weird way. Like Bandai Namco doesn't even know what to do in their situation. They just know how to promote and keep going.
Yeah.
I want to see Roger hit somebody hard.
Oh, Roger's gonna go crazy.
I'll make that
Kunimitsu, new waifu on the block. That's all I need to know.
Wait, no, she's already been in so many of them.
Yeah, I need her again, bro. Come out here with her kunais. Choo, choo. I want a ninja in my game.
Yeah, she was like the second ninja since like Tekken,
Yeah, bro. Yoshimitsu could stay over there.
technically, but that's not important. But yeah, how it sounds brutal.
Pico in the chat says, for the back to basics, a lot of players, especially old players, were hoping that season 3 would bring back the emphasis on movement, defensive play, and poking.
Yeah, that sounds like a back to basics situation. Like you're playing traditional Tekken.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can say that wasn't the direction overall that they went for.
No, they went back to basically screwing everyone over.
As I would tell people, they said back to basics, but what they meant to say is make my character basic.
Or just back on their bullshit.
Yeah. So unfortunate,
It is.
but it is what it is. I still like my characters.
Will I still dodge
They
this
got
game?
buffed.
Probably.
I'll still play it, but fuck ranked, man. That shit is a pain in the ass. I'd
Get
rather
ready
play
for
with
the
the
next
homies and
battle.
call it a day.
Real.
All right, so let's go on ahead and get in with our topics. And today we got one coming from Insider Gaming. Nvidia CEO says gamers are completely wrong about DLSS 5.
I'm sorry. A gaming company is something wrong about gamers.
That is a statement and a half.
That's nutty. But let's go on with the topic.
Yeah.
Did you want to start off, or you want me to?
Oh, you could do it.
Alrighty. So starting. In a press Q&A with Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang, the CEO has said that those who have criticized DLSS 5 and its tech are completely wrong. At first reported by Tom's Hardware, Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang downplayed criticism of DLSS 5 during the year's GTC event, saying, well, first of all, they're completely wrong. The reason for that is because, as I've explained very carefully, the DLSS5 fuses the controllability of geometry and textures and everything about the game with generative AI. Huang continued. He said that developers can still fine-tune the generative AI, and it's not post-processing. It's not post-processing at the frame level. It's generative control at the geometry level, he said. Huang also said that developers can try the tool and see how they want to use it, suggesting that it's up to a developer to try and make a toon shader or see if the game should be made of glass. All of that is in direct control of the game developer, he said. This is very different than generative AI. It is content control generative AI, and that's what we call it that's why we call it neutral rendering. Hold on, what?
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, there's more to this in the bottom part, but we can stop here for just a quick second.
Yeah, I don't really like the idea. One, calling your gamers dumb or wrong, right?
Wrong in the first place.
Yeah.
Like, we're the ones who are buying your product. If you're gonna start making statements about us, fam, we're not gonna buy your shit then. Like,
We might as well look at the next competitor.
we're gonna go look at AMD for all I fucking care. People are trying to get in on Linux. People are trying to get Linux where stocks are the highest it's ever been. We don't have to stick with Nvidia if we want to, all right?
Yeah.
Don't call me fucking stupid out here. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
That's why I had to read it twice, because when you said earlier fine-tune generative AI, and it's not post-processing. It's not post-processing at the frame level. It's the generative control at the geometry level. I'm like, wow, I had a stroke reading that.
No, yeah.
Like, I had to, am I reading this wrong? Am I slurring?
No, I don't like the...
I don't like the form. It came out very, arrogant.
Yeah.
That statement. But he could have probably said this in a calmer tone or something in the actual interview.
Yeah,
But-
definitely. But I could tell...
It's like, hey, this is artificial intelligence that's up to the developer. So I'm like, damn, you're really giving them this type of power.
Yeah. I've seen, some instances where it looked like they improved certain games, right?
Yeah.
I feel like the Hogwarts one was, it looked okay. But, the, Starfield I didn't really like.
Yeah.
Resident Evil I really didn't like. There's a lot more bad than good than I saw from what I saw on that test thing, and it's funny because it's not a performance level enhancement. So
we could at least show the video of the reference for the DLSS 5
Sure.
Oh,
for
yeah,
Starfield. At least so the
25
view,
seconds.
yeah,
it'll be
something
quick.
something quick and painless. So we can at least understand.
Okay, so let me go ahead and full screen it. I want to make sure that you guys are able to see it.
Yep, that's what looks good to me.
Yeah. Yay. Oh, look, the South Florida Gamers Podcast. I know that group.
Yeah,
It doesn't look much like the character as what's in front of you.
yeah. And what's funny is they use Starfield because Starfield just objectively looked worse before the rendering.
Yeah.
But if you put on Resident Evil, I didn't like that one. That one was like...
It didn't even look like Leon Kennedy. It just looked like
I'm just looking at the comments.
how bad are they?
Well, tell us what they're saying. What are they butchering?
2 RAM stick cost around $900 for this. This is great for people addicted to AI Snapchat filters.
No.
This actually just applied on AI filter. What the fuck is this?
The games will finally look like YouTube thumbnails.
Finally playable Chinese mobile game ads. Games will finally look like YouTube thumbnails.
That's crazy.
Thanks to DLSS 5, March 16 is actually April 1st performance. And when you look at the like to dislike ratio, I mean, a lot of people dislike it. Yeah, it's not looking good because
Don't worry, I just really dislike it. So you can look at her face, the lighting is decent, the mouth portion, but oh, you're trying to go the frame by frame.
yeah, I want to go do it frame.
That's not bad.
Okay.
So at least you see the character to the left looking kind of just
Yeah, it's like I don't know. It just looks like this. Just I don't know. Just looks ugly to me.
It looks like they're forcing the hyper realism.
Yeah.
And then if you play it now, here,
That one looks really bad. I
like,
don't like that one specifically.
but at least you see the half. Like one half is darker, the other one's brighter. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So congrats, you just made brighter lighting. But then when you see the facial structure, I'm like, all right, super light.
Yeah.
When oh, there we go.
There.
That was dead on the money.
Yeah. Now you can see the half and half guys. So like,
You see some of the clothing being a little detailed, like
yeah, the clothing is a lot more detailed compared to the other side with DLSS 5 off. And when you see it on, you see more detail in the clothing. The background again is more highlighted.
you see faces being a little bit higher from how it looks.
Yeah. I'm also scared that this is going to promote developers to be a lot more lazier in their.
And you even see like how eye function. Another. Damn,
Yeah.
his nose.
Pico brings up a good point. The worst thing about this DLSS 5 is that it replaces the artistic direction the developers had in mind for the game with AI slot.
Oh my God,
They can
Pico is
prompt it
real.
anywhere on the internet.
Pico's
Yeah.
a real one.
Yeah, it kind of makes a lot of sense. That's all. One. The promotion on that, it kind of removed the whole artistic design of Grace, and I really love Grace as a character. So I felt like a big disrespect.
So
personally.
like this will make rendering a waste of money at that point. Or like people who do designs first and concept
Yeah, like
artists.
when you see it off, like okay, like this makes it very hyper realistic, but doesn't look more appealing. It just looks
Yeah.
more brighter compared to this. Now, like okay, we can tell this is of course game.
The eyebrows and everything else, eyebrow structure, face. This looks like you're just seeing a commercial, like one of those TikToks.
But as what Pico said in the chat, like I think this is going to make I don't know, like I don't know if it was Pico said it or Butter said where
Pico said it, yeah.
where this could promote developers to become lazy with how they draw their characters, because now there's a tool like this that's out there that can pretty much just make your character look a lot better with just AI.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah, it looks like those like it's like you're trying to do a Tinder picture.
Yeah.
It looks like he just got cleaned up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see what they do with that. I don't like it. Yeah, it's just more and more of this bad stuff happening.
Okay, so I can go back to the topic because there's still a little bit more around it.
Yeah. Let's see what it says.
So it also goes around the lines of Bethesda also weighed in on the criticism surrounding DLSS 5, replying to a post from Digital Foundry on X saying, "Appreciate your excitement analysis of the new DLSS 5 lighting here, and this is very early look, and our art teams will be further adjusting the lighting and final effect to look the way we think works best for each game. This will be under our artist's control and totally optional for players."
Okay. At
That's
least,
definitely saving face.
And this is coming from Bethesda.
which I do agree, what you just said. It's definitely saving face.
For saving publicity.
There is that option of hey, you can just disable it, turn it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like imagine if Doom ran on this or something crazy.
But there also brings up the fact that, again, developers can be lazy with this and force gamers to check that option of just turning it on and then just leaving it on, because they don't have to put much effort into designing the character. They can just have DLSS 5 just do the work for them.
So within this topic, there's a little bit more. Developers were left in the dark about DLSS 5. Speaking with developers and artists at studios that have agreed to DLSS 5, including Capcom and Ubisoft, Insider Gaming was told that the DLSS 5 tech was revealed to them at the same time as everyone else. We found out at the same time as the public, as one Ubisoft developer, or said one. Developers at Capcom tell Insider Gaming that the announcement and the publisher's involvement were particularly shocking, as Capcom has previously been historically very anti-AI with projects such as Resident Evil Requiem. and other unannounced projects in development. Some at the publisher fear that the DLSS 5 announcement could prompt a change in the publisher's view on generative AI and its implementation in its games. What do you think?
Well, I for one think that again, this is a tool that could definitely once again replace artists with this new technology render that can render out characters, game characters, instead of having that game designer create the character that they want for people to play as whenever they pick up and purchase their game. So for me, I just think that we don't need it. Granted, yeah, it's an optional thing, but I have that feeling that they're going to find a way, like especially big game companies like your EAs, Ubisoft, even though they just found out about it. I wouldn't rule it past them that they would use a tool like this just so that they can cut corners in game development, developing games. I wouldn't be surprised.
I can agree with that. It's going to look like optional is a thing until it's going to be applied, where no one's going to ask for it. It's just going to be enforced.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely not looking forward to that because it's a slippery slope, right? I'm the advocate of it using it as a tool to help you develop, right? In certain specific points, I always bring up Expedition 33, where they originally used AI assets to help put placeholders in their games, and then they removed it and put in their own designs they developed at the finished product. So I can see it being useful in terms of the developing part and helping create a vision. But if you're just going to slap it on and call it a day and just let that be your final product, your AI enforced geometry level stuff and stuff like that, yeah, no thanks. You could keep it.
Yeah, the off-topic thing I'm glad Steam has done, they label games as made with AI.
Yeah.
At least it helps the consumer know what they're going to get themselves into nowadays.
Oh yeah,
They should start doing that on other consoles.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Like if a game is being made with AI or it has been made with AI to a major extent, like slap that label saying like, hey, this has been made with AI.
Like on the box, at least some in the description of the game, or at least within the announcement. But I doubt, like Pikmin. Like Pikmin, we obviously knew it was AI in that bitch.
Oh yeah.
But at least have something that says a small disclaimer or star.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know, like how there's terms and agreements, but it's really tiny for you to read and not care. Even that standard, we can tell it's AI anyways because you slapped it on there.
But yeah.
But y'all ready for our next topic before we get AI carried?
Oh yeah,
Yes,
definitely.
yes.
So our next topic:
Ooh.
Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, EGDC firm has acquired 5% of Capcom. So this definitely had people in the FGC talking on social media, primarily on Twitter, about this because now it's just like, here comes Saudi again, slowly creeping their hands.
It's becoming more obvious.
Yeah.
First they did it with SNK, and now they're creeping into Capcom and their IPs.
Vendors up
Now, before we even get into the meat and potatoes of this, I will say this. Capcom is a publicly traded company, so that means anybody can buy shares off of Capcom. And that's what Saudi Arabia did. They bought shares of Capcom. They bought 5% of shares of Capcom. And I think they are doing it as an investment. So when Capcom makes money, they end up making money because they invested in Capcom. Now, they've only got 5%.
That's a lot of money.
That's still a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. They only got 5% of Capcom. Not 10, not 20, not 30, not 40, not
Just
50.
immediately 5%.
Just 5%. So I think people in the FGC, I understand like, hey, we should, definitely pay attention to something like this to see how much further this goes, but 5%, they can't influence Capcom to do X, Y, and Z. They're not the majority.
Nope. There's just a very small minority.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which could be inconvenient in the far future as they collect more shares. But for now, it's just we watch and go over this topic.
Yeah. So Saudi Arabia Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman has acquired around 5% of Capcom's through one of its investment firms. As reported by GameBiz, the electronic gaming development company has acquired 26,788,500 shares of the company,
Okay, that sounds like a lot.
which comes to around 5.03% of total shares. That's a lot of shares.
That's a lot of shares.
That means there's like close to 1 billion shares in general.
Pico in the chat says, correction, Saudi Arabia now owns 10% of Capcom.
They now own 10, huh, brother?
That was fast.
The,
Right now.
the EGDC is a subsidiary of the MISC Foundation, also known as the Mohammed bin Salman Foundation, and was founded by the Crown Prince. It's the same company that acquired 96% of acclaimed Japanese developer SNK in 2022, gaining full control of King of Fighters and Fatal Fury Company. Big difference. Now we all know that, yeah, they pretty much, SNK is Saudi Arabia, pretty much.
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia also bought 5% of Capcom shares back in 2022 with the purchase made by the nation's public investment fund. It is now believed this new 5% stake is entirely separate from that transaction. So as what Pico said, the Saudis had 5% before. They just added another 5%. So yeah, Pico is correct. It's 10% now.
Yep. I'm looking online just for confirmation. We keep going.
According to the GameBiz, the purpose of this new share acquisition is said to be pure investment.
Investment.
So
With the aim being to make profit from capital gains and dividends. As I said earlier, their goal is just to invest in this because they see Capcom doing very well. So it's like, hey, why not? Let's buy some shares, and once we see Capcom stock keeps going up, hey, we're gonna get more money. We're gonna get some dividends coming our way. So that's just more money for us because we're investing in Capcom now at 10%. This is the latest in a series of investments made by Saudi Arabia in video game developers and publishers around the world. The most notable of these is the proposed acquisition of Electronic Arts, which if concluded by mid-2026 as planned, would be a transaction valued at $55 billion with the public investment fund owning 93.4% of the company.
It's $10. It's $11 a share, which is crazy.
Shit, I might need to buy some.
I'm thinking the same thing.
Yo, if you could get a share on Electronic Arts, you could tell them what to do with the next patch, bro.
If I had majority of control. But damn, like if that goes through, then that means Saudi Arabia now pretty much own EA. They own SNK.
Like, who else is gonna be standing to do something?
Yo,
I mean,
America's got to step up or something, bro. They're taking over.
EA Sports is with the Saudis.
I just literally.
I
just hope more of these big game publishers just decide to go private instead of just become public.
Yeah, Pico's right that about the 5% was added, but this was like 3 days ago. There's a new article already made.
Oh, fair. I like the idea that they quote unquote said it's just a profit gain margin thing. Mm-hmm. They're not interested in putting their opinion on how they develop their games. They just put the money in, wait for it to grow, take it out. That's what it seems like. So
yeah,
it doesn't seem like they're too interested in dabbling with how they make their games. It's like you're cooking, keep cooking.
I still love how this was within a span of 3 days. That is insane.
10% though is now a
5%
bigger,
went to
substantial
10%.
number.
Yeah, and the biggest thing that I've seen online when it comes to the FGC, like a lot of people are dooming about the fact that now Saudi Arabia is going to slowly own Capcom, and then of course eventually they're going to own the Street Fighter IP.
Why do I feel like someone's gonna be out of pocket and blame Rashid for no reason?
And all I'm gonna say, no. But here's the thing. Here's the thing I'm gonna say about this. Okay, let's just say hypothetically,
Listening.
Saudi Arabia owns Capcom. They bought majority of the shares, so they own Capcom about 96% of shares.
All right.
And whatnot. So Capcom is owned by Saudi Arabia. I just want to know from the people that currently play Street Fighter 6, are you now going to boycott the game like y'all did with Fatal Fury because it was owned by the Saudis? I just want to know. Are you gonna start boycotting Street Fighter 6 if the Saudis end up owning Street Fighter, like y'all did with Fatal Fury? That's the question I want to ask. Because if I don't see people boycotting Street Fighter 6 because the Saudis own it, then y'all a bunch of hypocrites. And y'all let Fatal Fury City of the Wolves just crash and burn. Hypocrites. You don't want to play Fatal Fury City of the Wolves because, the Saudis own it or whatnot. Okay, fair.
True.
But what if they end up owning Capcom? What if they end up owning over 90% of Capcom? Are you going to end up boycotting Street Fighter? I want to know. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack in that sentence in questioning. Because morality, most people will hide and play Street Fighter without saying a word.
Oh, yeah.
They won't touch Fatal Fury, even after having a free DLC. Where now you have to buy Season 2, but that's not important.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to I don't think Fatal's going to crash and burn too quickly. It was popular at one point faster than KOF.
That's fair.
Like, arguably fast. KOF died out faster than Fatal Fury is right now.
I feel like for our local scene, yeah. I'm just curious, like, I think there's a even easier example that we could do, right? We're like, Street Fighter's pretty popular, right? Everybody plays that. But we could go into the EA angle. What if Saudi owns FIFA?
Now you know those people.
Oh,
What
yeah.
if Saudi owns UFC, like the fighting game on there? Like, are y'all going to stop playing FIFA? Like, I know that's a big...
Or
world.
Madden.
Anyone
Or
will play.
Madden.
If Cristiano Ronaldo's on there, nobody's going to move.
Yeah, like...
We know this for a fact.
Like I think that probability of like Capcom's a probability, right? But this EA one is a way bigger probability.
Yeah, it's
Are y'all
already-
gonna
it's
stop
already
playing
happening.
FIFA? Y'all fucking balling gun shooter fans? Like, well, what are we doing here?
No,
That's the question you got to ask yourselves. That
Butters. The funny thing is, the ball and gun shooters don't even know anything what's going on.
no, that's you.
They
Kind of
just-
spend though.
they just see-
they
they
just
see-
be playing it for the love of the game.
It's a pretty trailer that they see. Oh, look, LeBron James in retirement, Bronny Jr., is Cristiano Ronaldo doing a backflip made by AI? They'll buy it.
That's fair. They probably wouldn't care.
Like, no one cares unless the trailer does not look appealing.
yeah. So then we could go back to the Capcom one.
So,
Yep,
no,
but
I
good point.
I
This is
want
a good point.
I want to read the chat.
yeah,
Pico,
yeah?
Pico says, I think a lot of folks would still play Street Fighter. I can definitely see people getting a Capcom versus SNK3 under Saudi ownership, which could be a high possibility.
Oh, I agree.
Sir Penguin also chats, we can reach a negotiation if more Cammy skins.
Nah, for real, bro. Like, if Saudi gonna put some money in, I want more skins. I'm tired of this shit, bro. 3 skins for
might
like 3 years. Street Fighter 5 was cooking.
Butters, they
and they
might
didn't
cover
use
her. Be
AI.
careful. They might cover her more percentage.
Bro, they gave everything to Mai, bro. They gave everything to Mai. Biggest Gooner character, and it's by the Saudis. I need them to put some more money in Capcom right now. I need more skins.
They just gave Elena a new one. You're fine.
Man, you kind of spend.
Wait,
that
you don't
way,
even
right?
play these characters. Why are you asking these things?
Bro, listen. I play Terry, but they don't got nothing for Terry. Like, we got 2 skins.
Would you play him if he had a speedo?
For the views on YouTube, you already know I'm about to get some views on this sucker, bro. I'm doing this for the fellow Gooners,
I gotta ask the real questions here.
for the real Gooners. No gender like discrimination here. We out here,
True, we got Honda players, so I can't say otherwise.
bro. For the big bucks.
I'm dying here. But yeah, with the
I mean, that's
10% of shares is crazy.
Yeah.
We just gotta see how it goes and what kind of changes Capcom is gonna do. Because after with this update, they're not even gonna bother replying to us for like a whole year.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we already got the patch.
They're like,
Got
hey,
half
see you
a
guys
year.
next. They're like, see you guys next year. Bye.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. I'm curious to see what happens. I know Blue Mary just got the release trailer. I am excited to play her, so I will be playing the game.
Can't play it.
I'm
It's-
sure everybody would have their opinions on that, but that's okay.
I wish I could play it, but the Saudis own it. I wish someone was that confident in saying that.
Sir Penguin also says, bro, they got the money, dog. Like, yes, they do.
100% they got the money. There's no doubt about it. Capcom has the money. SNK is just gonna throw some extra pocket change. They know what they're doing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm looking forward to seeing whatever changes occur and seeing if Capcom will open up about the controversies going on. But regardless if people give up on the game, there's still people that are highlighted
Yeah.
into the Street Fighter scene because literally you have icons like Punk, you have Ending Walker, you also have Mena, who is now like acknowledged by the government of Dominican Republic, which is so crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear about that?
That well, I heard two things. One, that he got acknowledged right in his own country as
Yeah.
being an icon.
Yeah.
And then the second one, I heard I think he's getting collaborations with other esports organizations.
And he's a co-owner of Bandits.
That one I did hear too. Yeah. Mena's cooking, bro. He's got a lot going on in his life for the FGC, and I think that's beautiful.
So like no matter whatever country is taking over, what kind of like industry is under, where money is going, you're gonna find those iconic people that will motivate others.
Yeah.
So people could skip on a game because it's owned by the Saudis or Japanese or so forth, but if you have the right person on camera or if they set themselves up, you already know nobody's going anywhere
Yeah.
unless you choose yourself.
Oh, yeah.
It's like it's cheap. But if you play the game to play the game, and you don't even need to worry about this.
right.
Right, yeah.
Well, before we head on out, I do want to hang out in a chat and also call some people in and ask some questions and whatnot. So, Waluigi, you want to go down to this tote right here and grab the other two headsets?
Yeah. But no, yeah. This is a shorter episode, guys, because we didn't get a lot of news. So we kind of already tackled a lot of the conversation topics we did want to get. But we're going to get some more fun in here, see if we can get somebody to yap with us on a topic or two.
Oh, yeah, because the first place I'm going to is the island chat.
Oh, yeah, 100%. So,
Herbs is probably playing Elena, doesn't want to go outside.
probably asking for another TCG card for One Piece.
Just open the yellow
Open the lid, Patrick.
You didn't
lid.
take the whole thing out, but just open. Yeah.
The lid, Patrick.
Yeah.
The lid. The lid.
These toasts are fucking difficult.
Yee.
I'll leave it here. It doesn't have to be perfect.
I want to hear Herb's points of view on this because that motherfucker don't give a fuck.
He won't give a fuck if it's owned by the Saudis. He'll go. He'll
He'll
just
be like, bro, I'm still playing the game.
he's like, my ass is just.
Yeah, so I'll just ask the question like, all right, if Saudi Arabia owns over 90% of Capcom and they pretty much have Street Fighter, you know, they pretty much own Street Fighter, are you guys boycotting the game?
Let's save the heroes first. All right, let's get this cooking.
All right.
All right, we're going to hop on.
Let's see if they're online first.
Oh, they are.
Hello, mic check, mic check.
And join voice.
All right, we're about to hop in, chat. Get the Tron, like, visual effect on. Oh, what's the phone number so we can put it on the chat, too?
Hello, can y'all hear us?
Yo.
Hi, Parsa.
Yo, Parsa.
I know he
What's up?
says. We're bored.
What the fuck? I hear a familiar voice.
Howdy, partner.
Damn, he's not
Think I
watching
know
us on
that guy.
YouTube. That's
Yo.
crazy.
Heinz, good evening.
Is that my boy Heinz?
Wait. This is sounding too Chris. This is a podcast.
This is
Yes,
podcast.
this is the podcast.
Yeah.
The call outs. We have some questions.
Hey, Herbs, I want to hear you.
What?
Yeah,
Before,
where's
Yo.
that pussy at?
all right, Herbs, I got a question for you and everyone in this group chat. All right, since Saudi Arabia owns about 10% of Capcom, in the future, if they were to own 90% of Capcom, would you guys boycott Street Fighter? Would you guys boycott Street Fighter? Like how most people in the FGC has boycotted SNK when it comes to Fatal Fury.
Me personally, no. I think it's a waste of energy.
A
That's
waste-
just me.
Wait a
A
minute.
waste of energy. Why do you say that?
The reason why I say it's a waste of energy because a lot of percentage of people is gonna have to boycott, which they're not, because they're already attending Evo events. For me, it's a waste of energy.
Yeah, you kind of spin there. I think
So like people are already invested.
I don't have control over it, so what's the point of investing? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you kind of spin. I like how what you're saying there.
Okay. Parsley, you have anything you want to say?
Pretty much the same. I mean, as long as I don't do anything too different, I don't really mind it.
Okay.
If we're trying to boycott them, we might as well boycott everything else that's happening in the industry. Which, again, as Herb said, people attend Evo and they're trying to boycott that, right? So.
Right.
Yeah, there's still gonna be people
Kind
who
of
go
a
to
lot of
Evo.
talk, not a lot of walk. It's again depends on what they do. If the changes are
I missed
Two
it.
out
I had
there.
something come up. My bad. Did y'all ask me a question again? My bad.
no, you
No, we're just getting
asking
Parsons'
me
point
the
of
same
view.
thing.
Go ahead, my bad for the
Yeah, look, I don't really think Saudi is a problem. I think it's actually more money for the FGC if you think about it.
Real.
True.
I'm of the same
'Cause,
thought
I mean-
process too.
Because I
just
mean,
don't
look,
think-
what other third party do we have that's not willing or that's willing to lend us funds, right?
That is true because
And
no, go ahead. What you were saying?
yeah, basically,
God damn it! Nightbreed is here.
I know it's Nightbreed.
nah, the sound word.
Yeah,
But,
yeah, the nigga tree is here, bro.
It's crazy.
I thought that's
Sir, we are on the podcast.
I don't think he realized.
Yeah, you are live, I think.
Yes. We have no witnesses so
In
far.
4K.
Well, Breed, you're live. I guess after me you can answer. But basically, yeah, what was gonna finish my thought. There's not a lot of organization that will lend us funds, and I think it's a great thing that they're lending us funds. And if we're trying to quote unquote say if it's dirty money or what have you, there's a lot of dirty money out there that people already accept, and it's not Saudi Arabia. That's
Yeah.
my closing statement.
Okay. No, that's.
I think-
that is definitely spot on. I agree with that.
I don't even think the FGC know what the FGC want. To be honest, bro.
FGC would
I
not
would be
know about
honest, bro.
clean money or whatever it's called.
No,
There's no clean money.
Literally, like real talk. They just want to complain. God, bro, they're just a lot of sheep. Like they don't know what they want, bro.
Yeah, they just want
I
to
swear.
complain.
Okay. I
They
agree.
want a new patch. They get a new patch. They come. Like I understand it's not what they want, but like at least it's something. And then they'll complain and they'll still play the game. And it don't make.
Bro, no, yeah, the amount of people that have
Yeah.
heard that complain and still play again.
That's true. Nightbreed, since you're here, I'll just ask the question to you. If Saudi Arabia owns 90% of Capcom, and that also includes Street Fighter as well, would you boycott Capcom along with Street Fighter, just like how people in the FGC boycotted SNK when it came to Fatal Fury being owned by the Saudis?
Pretty much, it's a double-edged sword, really. Everybody wants something different. People boycotted Evo for being owned by Saudi now, but
Yeah.
you see how that goes. Everything is fine, and now Capcom and SNK being boycotted by Saudi, right? Or
No, not now, but the
Yeah,
fact
so
that they
10% of
they
Capcom
own
is now owned
they
by,
own 10% of Capcom now. So
Saudis.
So I'm
Silver's
just
question was like,
yeah.
what if they own 90% of it?
Yeah, what if
for
they own
instance?
90%? Yeah.
Hypothetical.
I mean, to be fair, if Saudi is owning 90%, like if they own 90% one of these days, there's nothing we can do.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah. What do we do? Yeah.
Spot on.
Why the hell are we even worried about that whole concept? Like, if Saudi
Nightbreed, your mic went out.
Or we went out.
I think we went out.
I think yeah. Hold on.
They're cooked. Yo, no, not the Discord, beep.
Mr. President.
Get down, Mr. President. Ah.
Hold on, y'all.
or anything like that,
Wait,
guess
wait,
the
okay.
fuck way.
Hold on, say it again.
Say what you were saying. I think we just had a slight disconnection.
Oh, okay. So what I was saying was, if Capcom, if Sony owns 90% of SNK, Capcom, and Evo, and us players that complain about it, guess the fuck what? Who cares? It's a business aspect. Like, we can't do shit about it. If you wanna like support the game and have businesses listening to what you want to have in the game, play indie games. That would be great.
Yeah.
Simple as that. There's really nothing we can do, bro. Like, it is what it is at the end of the day.
Oh, you're spot on.
That's just how I see it.
I said, you said it way better than.
Like, what the like answer me this. Like, what the fuck are we gonna do? We can't do anything about it.
You know how many games we play and we do a whole background check on every person that made that game. We'll never play video games.
That's my thing. Yeah.
Simple as that, and that's
If we're
another
doing a
one
background
too.
check
So
on every single game and trying to prove everybody to be innocent or what have you, the definition is there'll be a lot of there's really a big ass list, big ass bad kid on Santa list. They're getting coal.
Because I know what's right and what's wrong is wrong. Nothing I can do at the end of the day. All I can do is separate myself from that negativity.
Like, what is
either A, separate yourself, or B, just deal with it, bro. Simple as that. But go ahead, Parks, my fault.
what is a player base of the fighting game competitive scene, which is about like 2% or 3% or whatever the percentage was, very niche, right? What are they gonna do about a multi-billion-dollar decision? Cry some more, I guess.
They complain about not enough money, then the money comes in, they complain about the people providing.
Yeah, oh,
money,
you're
like,
so spitting.
Yeah.
They complain about, oh, we have no funds, we got no money. Oh, Saudi Arabia comes in, truckloads, and it's like, oh, I don't want that. It's Saudi Arabia. Like, what?
I forgot who I said this. I forgot who I said this to, not to cut y'all off. I forgot who I said this to. I said this, listen, if Saudi Arabia comes at me with a meal or more.
Oh no, the Discord call is cooking them.
Yeah, the Discord.
That's the government, though. They on to us, bro.
That's the
They
government.
on to us. They on to us. They're here. They're like, hey, yo, shoot them down right now.
Listen, if Saudi Arabia came at me and be like, listen, we're going to give you a meal, no strings attached, I'm taking it and I'm disappearing. Fuck the bullshit. I'm taking the money and I'm disappearing.
For real, dude. Like people, I just think a lot. They hear a lot of volume on the fake Twitter, and then they hear a lot of people complain about it, and then they're like, "All right, this is cool to complain." People can't even form their own fucking opinion. It's annoying,
real.
bro. Fairy tale ass shit.
I'm gonna say my piece, and then I'm gonna.
Uh-oh.
Let it go.
shit.
Let Creaky go. He's gonna probably
Go for it, Creaky.
Nah, I do disagree. I don't think it's gonna be beneficial to any side. It doesn't matter where the money is coming from, dirty or clean. The fact of the matter is, once that money is gone, like, they're putting all the money on esports. But once that money is gone, then what? You like outside of Capcom Cup, which I don't know if they're gonna keep doing the $1 million thing.
It's $2 million this year, but go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know how long they're gonna keep doing that. Saudi is probably the only one that's been implementing like a better esports where everyone can like potentially make a career out of it for fighting games. But once that money is gone to where they're not going to be getting $1 million every fucking year, so then it's going to go back to where we originally were, where we just don't make money. So I don't feel like that thing's going to last forever.
Yeah.
And in terms of like the whole SNK and Capcom thing, to be honest with you, I don't disagree with people not wanting to support them. I have every reason to believe like why they don't want to support them, and that's fair and honest. I like don't hate on people for not wanting to support them. They have every right to not support a company a country for what the fuck they do with their culture, but that's their culture at the end of the day. So people have every right to not support them. It's like, now all of a sudden they owning Evo now, which I think that's kind of a little bit concerning in my eyes. And then now they're slowly starting to invest into other companies because, like, they already own SNK. SNK is in their own because SNK went bankrupt until Saudi came in and basically bought them.
Yeah.
So now what's next? You're gonna tell me that they're gonna buy Capcom eventually too? They already like
They already
like
own
at
10% of it, yeah.
exactly. So like that kind of concerns me a little bit, and I don't think it's gonna something like this. I think people are not gonna be happy, and a lot of people are probably gonna feel discomfort where they don't want to play the game. And you're right. At the end of the day, it is what it is. It's business, but if you're going to say it's business, keep in mind you have a lot of people that are in the community that buy the game and play it, where it's casually or competitively. If you're going to say it's business, then I guess we're going to lose business then, because people who are in this community are gay and stuff, and you don't support whatever the fuck Saudi does.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to that route, but
We're not going into that route, but you're saying business is business, and half of the people in our community is gay.
Yeah.
We all know this.
that is
Right?
Yeah.
That's partially the reason why people don't want to go to Evo or support like games like City of the Wolves.
No, that's valid.
Yeah.
I hear your point of view, and it makes me consider other things I haven't considered before.
Oh my god, I'm so
I think we got everybody's point of view on it, right? That we wanted to get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! Thank you so much, guys. Did we lose the call again?
The Saudis are on to us.
The Saudis are onto us, bro.
God damn it. I'm here playing.
It's cooked.
Let me just rejoin.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me get what Pico was saying
Support
too.
that.
Okay.
I'm already fine with City of the Wolves, but if it's gonna get that far out, I think I'm gonna have to call it right there, and I'll just stick to my indie game, single and player games and shooters from there.
Okay.
yeah, that's why I said.
Yeah,
that's why I said
there's
it
a
was.
conclusion. Sorry to
I
cut
mean,
you
that's
off.
why. That's why I said like, there's like nothing we can do. That was the whole point of me saying that.
Doing
That's
is
what I'm
not
saying.
doing anything. That's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
doing
so
I don't know about that. Doing nothing is powerful.
Yep. No.
You're not gonna
spin.
buy-
You don't like
You
Tekken?
gotta remember,
Don't boot it up.
If they're not making money, like, all right then. This is a dumb example, but Marvel Infinite was the most failure game ever.
Yeah.
People did not buy the game, and because of that, guess what? Guess what happened? They never made a season 2.
Yep.
They only released like fucking Monster Hunter, Black Widow, and I forgot if they even released any 2 other characters, but that was it for Capcom. That was a bust.
But that was a shitty
They-
game. There was nothing
Exactly.
else but-
So like, yeah, because people didn't like it and they didn't want to support the game unless you really enjoy the game. But if you didn't enjoy the game and you didn't like it, they weren't gonna fucking buy anything else and support it. So because of that, guess what Capcom did? They dropped the game completely. No patches, no nothing.
Nada.
So it's like, if people are gonna fucking boycott where they're not gonna buy like Street Fighter or all these other games because Saudi's getting involved now, if it impacts their sales tremendously to where they're not making money or reaching the financial goal that they want to at launch, that's gonna be a big problem.
Yeah, they'll eventually end up selling their
Because
shares.
at the end of the day, they don't care about the fucking community. They care about what's gonna fill their fucking pockets.
Yep.
The company.
That's most of
Yep. Yeah.
Exactly. So I feel like if that happens, then Capcom's got to fucking think twice about it. But again, that's just my.
No, we appreciate it, Creaky.
Always.
Like, definitely gave us a much different perspective from your point of view, and yeah, now I think differently. So now I think much differently after hearing what you just said.
Discord probably hung us up again.
Cup.
Oh, there
I
we go.
think we could all agree with that, right? That the way they're splitting the money for the Esports World Cup is
easily.
way better than what you be earning at Capcom Cup.
Yep.
Yep,
I agree.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, so their Esports World Cup is a life changer for everybody that's competing. But once that goes away, now we're going back to Capcom Cup, and then it's just like, oh damn, well, we're back to being poor again because they can't even fucking like actually split the money correctly, where everyone can actually at least make a career off of this, and they had to branch out to doing other things that's not like competing, like fucking making content and stuff.
Agreed. I think there's
think that's
like
the
point of
most
views we
they
haven't
improved.
considered, and yeah, as Silver said, we appreciate that point of view. I'm a little more
Yeah.
educated on that.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Uh, I think we got what we wanted from on the conversation topic, did we?
Yeah.
Okay. So then, guys, we appreciate your time coming in and giving us your point of view.
Yeah.
We're gonna head back over to the podcast.
You guys kind
okay,
of
guys?
came in yourselves, but yes.
Shut
Thank you
up,
for
Marcel.
letting us here with you guys.
God damn it.
let us gaslight the audience, please.
Let us look good for you guys.
Make us look good, bro.
We gotta look better for
my fault
CEO.
for that
Yeah,
outburst.
I ain't talking to you anymore specifically, Parsa. We ain't putting you back on
I
here.
mean, I am Middle Eastern. What's up, bro?
Get some shares in
Hey,
that
where's
bitch.
my milk, bro? Where's my milk? Let me borrow milk.
Ain't gonna lie. Sorry for the outburst. I didn't know that was you. Bro.
Nah, it's all
Some
good.
street
It's all
fighter,
right.
man. I'm
it's
trying
all
to get
good.
better, bro.
Appreciate it. I got you.
Alrighty, homie.
All right.
All right. Peace, y'all.
Later.
Buffer you.
I love these guys. They're so funny. But I think
It's realistic.
Creaky asks,
Creaky did point that out.
Yeah, no, I think he brought up a really good point of view that Saudi kind of brings in different opportunities that the current competitive FGC doesn't offer as much. And I think this is a good segue to what Pico's saying. A major concern I have of the Saudis having a major part within the FGC is what if they eventually get bored and no longer fund these events?
It's hard to tell because with Saudi, it's still new with investing. It's 100% new investing into esports, like EA recently. Then there's Capcom, the 5%. Then there's Complete SNK, where they got bored until they're like, hey, let's make a new King of Fighters or a City of the Wolves or some kind of collaboration so they know that we're still alive.
Yeah.
But when it comes to getting bored, they already have a city that's supposed to be the future or for gaming and such. So it might be hard to tell when it's going to be discontinued or disassembled. If they have history of discontinuing entertainment sections, is what they would phrase it.
Nah.
Yeah, like it's a tough question. It's a good question though.
No, I agree. It's a good question. I have like two little points I want to bring up. One, I hope it's not like Sony where they announce they're gonna buy a studio and then they're gonna tell them to make a live action, not a live action,
Live service.
a live service game, and then cancel it 4 years later and then shut down the studio. I haven't heard Saudi do that, so that's already one good thing, right?
That's-
Compared to Sony.
Positive news so far.
Yeah. The second thing is to kind of bounce off what Pico's saying. What happens if they get bored and no longer fund these events? Two things are going to happen, I think. One, the Evo tour that they expanded on recently, where you have Evo in Mexico, Evo in Spain, and other countries I can't remember just exactly. I think they added China recently.
Oh yeah, Morocco.
China, Morocco, Brazil, Saudi Arabia themselves.
Yeah. So to bounce off that, there's the topic of we're now getting more FGC events in other countries that couldn't financially be able to do that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then we remove Saudi, we're no longer having these big events. So then we won't have these big events anymore, but then that gives space for the smaller events, the grassroots events to come in and exist. So that's kind of like the give and take I feel that Saudi has in terms of FGC like development in other countries. In America and Japan and Korea and other smaller countries, like little pockets in the world, I feel like they have a self-sufficient fighting game community that they can thrive off to make their events. But there's not a lot of other places that can't have that. And I think Saudi is kind of dabbling on those. I could be wrong if Saudi's specifically targeting those countries because they already have fighting game community events, because then they're stealing away from that. But I haven't done any research on that personally, but that's my 2 cents on the topic from what I know currently.
Okay.
Okay, so for me, I have my point on what Pico said in the chat. Like, if they get bored, to piggyback off what Butter says, like, they get bored, and that means all these other Evo events will eventually go away. And then it goes right back to the small grassroots, and pretty much back to poverty level again, which we complain about. Hey, we're in a poverty level. We would want more money to be poured in to the fighting game community.
Yeah.
Then we have something outside of the FGC that's pouring more money into the fighting game community. We do not like this outside entity because of, human rights violations, not very supportive with, LGBT, and a whole bunch of other things. And we're just like, we yes, we would like the money, but we don't like what you guys represent. So, and we feel like that would taint what we've already built and established. So for me, I look at it as we can use this as an opportunity to build our own to a level to where if they get bored, we could still sustain it on our level.
Yep.
Because we've built it to the point where it's just like, hey, even though they've poured money in, we can do this without you now.
Right.
Like, you guys can just fuck off and go somewhere else, go invest in something else. This is ours now.
Yeah.
We've literally just regained control of what you're trying to take advantage of. That's something that we can do, but only time will tell. And again, it goes right back to, in order for the FGC to take full control of the FGC, we need to have more people in, more casuals into the community, more eyes on us as a community, getting more people involved in what we do. Because the more people we have in the FGC, the better it benefits everybody.
Yeah. It's a win-win.
If every local in the United States have an average players of 100 to 200 players or whatnot, it can definitely sustain itself and grow even much bigger. And then you would have more bigger tournaments. You would have more bigger events where now you're attracting more people who want to spectate and watch the matches that are happening amongst these gamers. And then you have like a select few of participants that are trying to compete for the ultimate prize.
Right.
So that's one way we could look at it. But if they get bored, then it's up to us, especially those who are in first generation, second generation, to be like, you know what, but we know this money's going to run out, but we're going to try to keep it afloat as best as we can, to the point where we're just like, we no longer need y'all anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand people don't want to take Saudi money. I 100%.
We all understand this.
Yeah, we definitely understand that. But look at it as an opportunity of, I'll take it, but I'm going to build something better to the point where I don't need you for it anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
Do something with your investments. Don't spend it all in one place.
Yeah.
If you actually do place in top and get good.
Yeah.
If you don't, hey, at least you're in for the fighting game community.
Yeah.
That's probably the nicest way I can say it. So, like, whether you're doing your best and you're getting your money, you're good. But if you're playing in general and you're going 0-2, it's not the end of the world. You're still with a good group of people or a community.
Mm-hmm.
It might not just be all about the money in the end, and people do forget that. For fighting game community, not fighters grab cash, is what I've been saying for like the past year now.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
All right. With that being said, let's go ahead, put a ball on this episode, and wrap things up.
Yeah, not a bad episode. Pretty fun, chill. Shouts out to our organization, FGC Island.
Yeah. Shout out to them. Shout out to Penguin and Pico hopping on and giving us kind of talking points that we can bounce off, saying, I like that way of thinking, senpai.
Yes.
We really appreciate that.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. With that being said, we do have a guest episode this coming Sunday, so definitely, stick around. Definitely, pull up at 1:30 and
Real Pico.
No, wait. I have the guy coming in at 1, so definitely pull up at 1.
Yeah, we'll be here
on Sunday for our new guest episode. Sounds like turning something dirty into something clean with the money. Exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
Always.
Turn the dirty money into something clean to the point where you're able to sustain it on your own.
We're not saying no longer in any form or shape.
Because the fact that, like I said in previous podcast episodes, like I said that I don't know what Evo is going to do to support the local scene, but I want to learn what they plan on implementing, so that way I can use what they learned mix it around, and then use it as my own idea. And I think seeing Evo in all these other places, that could inspire other FGC players to be like, you know what? I'm gonna run my own local in Brazil. I'm gonna run like a big tournament in Brazil. Now that I've got to experience Evo, now that motivates me to do something on my own, get a couple of people, get a couple of players, be like, yo, let's start our own, local scene. Like, let's have our own locals. Let's have our own regionals, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
To the point where now it's like it can compete on the same level as an Evo. To the point where it's just like, hey, we have more people going to these new independent promotion events rather than going to the big one, which is going to be Evo, either Evo Mexico or Evo Brazil. So if people, get that inspiration of seeing something at the big, huge level, then they can use that inspiration to build something on a small local level and then just grow with that. So that's just my thoughts on the whole thing.
Right.
Yeah.
I think you kind of summed it up pretty well. Like, what is like the most efficient way we could take advantage of this opportunity now?
Exactly, because this is a once in a lifetime opportunity, and if we don't want Saudis to take over everything of the FGC, then let's take from them and then kick them out.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Do something about it is pretty much what you got to do.
Yeah.
If you don't do something about it, you stand and watch, you boycott it, and don't force our interactions, and you're just a part of the problem.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Join a community, join a local, do everything you can as a person,
Start one up.
and don't ghost.
Don't ghost.
I'm being real.
Real.
All right, y'all. With that being said, thank y'all so much for watching and tuning in. And we'll see you guys on Sunday afternoon with our new latest guest.
Peace.
See ya.
Allergies are whooping my ass.